Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Xyno, late to the news. Hello everybody, Xyno here, and yep, here we're doing it, late to the news once again. This time we're talking about the Game Gear Micro. Holy crap, this is a weird drop that Sega decided to drop for its 60th anniversary celebration, and I want to tell you guys that it's supposedly Japan limited only, but there are ways for other countries to get it, of course. So I'm just gonna pop over to their website right here, and I'll be in a little corner. Hi. And we're gonna talk about this stuff. So supposedly it comes in 4 colors: black, red, blue, and yellow, and it's not just for aesthetic purposes. Each color houses its own games, and the Game Gear Micro is really microscopic. If we actually go back to full screen me here is my Galaxy Note 9. There's a reflection. It is like literally maybe a fourth of the size. It is minuscule. Like you'd have to be like this playing it with a tiny ass screen. It is insanely small. Like you thought the Game Boy Micro was small. This thing is almost half the size of that. I can't really explain it. I don't have it in my hands, but you could see it in that guy's hands. But supposedly each color is supposed to have 4 different games. If we go through the list here, the Game Gear Micro Black doesn't tell me. It just says classic titles, so probably just the big sellers. You'll notice here, and this is the main thing why I wanted to make this news video, link to the news video, was how much this costs. In Japan yen, that's almost 5,000 yen. If we convert that to American dollars, that should be close, or if not equal to $50. And I gotta say, that is steep. That is steep for a Game Boy Micro. It might be because the technology is making it small, but we have tons of other things that make phones, screens, everything else smaller. And things like even those imitation consoles that you can find at Walmart or on sketchy websites that house like 200 or more games cost less than this thing, and they might perform better. They might not look better, but they'll perform better. And I don't get why it's $50. Like, Sega, holy crap. This sounds like it should be $20. And I'm saying that's kind of high even for, in my opinion, but I'm supposedly a cheapskate. But yeah, 4 games for $50. 4 Game Gear games for $50. That's, unless you're a big fan of certain Game Gear games, that is a total ripoff in my head. I don't know. I played Sonic Gems Collection. That came with like 3 or 4 Sonic rare gems plus a whole bunch of Game Gear games, like 8 or 9 or 10, and that was a $60 game. Technically, it was even cheaper on the GameCube if I remember correctly, but each version of this is $50, and apparently you can buy it in a big bundle. I think we have to go to the Japanese website to check it out. And there's a whole video on it, which we cannot read because of Japanese, but this is insane. It looks beautiful. It literally looks like a minuscule version of the Game Gear, and the Game Gear was a chunky boy in terms of portability. Like, you thought the Game Boy was big. This is like slightly bigger than a Game Boy Pocket. And then the Game Boy was thicker and bigger than this Note 9. And then the Game Boy, the Game Gear was like this big. It was almost like as big as my head. But this is literally like, I'm holding like this up to the camera. That is tiny. You're going to have to make sure you got reading glasses if your vision ain't good to like play these. And that is insane. So here's where we can supposedly figure out what games are on each color. For the black, you get Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what that game is because I can't read in Japanese. Outrun for the Game Gear version. And then Royal Stone. It looks like it's an RPG. I don't know. I'd have to look it up on Wikipedia. I'm not going to bother with that. The blue version will have Sonic and Tails, or known as Sonic Chaos, in America and probably other countries. That looks like it says Gunstar Heroes. I think the Sega version of that is a really good game, so hopefully you're getting a good value for your money there. I cannot read what that says. I wonder what happens if I click on it. Sylvia Tale? I don't know. Looks like it's a Zelda clone, kind of. It's very interesting, and I don't know how to click back without going out of full screen. I was trying not to do that. Back to full screen. Yeah, this one's very unprofessional. I'm gonna try and professionalize these late to the news videos. I have several ideas. I'm just kind of throwing this one out there because it's been a while since I made a video. But yeah. So those are the 4 games. This looks like it's, I don't know what the heck that is. But again, $50 for that. Yellow. I think these are all the Shining Force games, and then is it a cooking game? I don't know. Very intriguing. I almost want to zoom in on it. There we go. Get a better picture there. And then the red one, Last Bible. Last Bible. It looks like this says the GG. So when you lose in Call of Duty or in Battlefield or in Counter-Strike, you gotta play this. GG. Sorry, I was stupid. And columns. I didn't know they made columns for the Game Gear. That is awesome because I've only known the Sega Genesis version. But apparently, if you buy all 4 colors in a bundle, which I think is almost $200, like you could buy a PS4, not brand new, but like a base PS4 for $200 for the amount you'd be getting these 4 little mini consoles for. When you buy that, you get this magnifying glass attachment for free, which, I mean, if you're an avid Sega fan, I kind of am. I'm not too huge in their other IPs, but this would be a neat collectible for me, as if it didn't cost $200 to buy the whole damn thing, and we don't even know if that's coming to America yet. So, supposedly it's coming out this October in Japan. They have no release date for anything like this for the rest of the country, probably because the Game Gear wasn't as successful in the rest of the world. But there are going to be collectors nonetheless. People are going to scoop this up. People from other countries are going to find out ways to scoop this up. And for people who actually want to legitimately collect these, they are probably going to be scalped out the ass. And that's sad to say. These times, people are scalping left and right. And this is just prime real estate for scalping. And I wish that wouldn't be the case, because I would love to collect these. Not for $200. So maybe in a decade, when either these get rare or these lower in value, who knows, these would be a cool little collectible to literally display, like little 4 of them in a row. Like I could tape them to a frame and display them on the wall. You know, I don't know how else to see it. It seems like a very expensive novelty to celebrate Sega's 60th anniversary. I don't know what to say. I don't like the price. I don't like the fact that you can't. There aren't more games. For $50, you're getting 4 little games. You should be getting like 20, 30, 50 games for this, especially because they're older games that don't have as much replayability. You play it once, you play the same thing over and over again. Older games just don't have that kind of grab you style or replay. It depends on the game, obviously. It's very objective, but they're done faster. And it's going to be hard to play these games on such a tiny screen. I don't know how. I mean, there is such a thing as too small, and I feel like Micro was too small. A little bit bigger. It looks like it's powered. It looks like it's powered by AAA batteries or a little lithium-ion battery. I don't know. I wonder if I can Google Translate any of this. I might have to throw her in an old Google Translator. Why is it? It's translating to Russian for some reason. Wow. The Game Gear was the only portable game machine in Sega's history. It was loved by game fans all over the world as a mobile hardware color. Oh yeah, the LCD was a cool thing back in the day. Body size is 80 millimeters by 43 millimeters by 20 millimeters in depth. Color variations: Sonic Puyo Puyo, Shining Force, Goddess of Reincarnation, blah 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 blah. With a monitor of about 1 inch. If I have a ruler somewhere, 1 inch. You're playing on a screen that's no bigger than your thumb. Okay, even the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Micro had a bigger screen than that. I've already said it before, but that is nuts. I still wish I figured out what this is. It looks like it's powered by literally like a AAA battery. It doesn't say. Or it's charged with the USB, or unless that's like an adapter to get it beamed up to a TV. I don't know. It's so interesting, and it sucks because I'm not going to be able to get it. And it sucks because I kind of don't want it. I want it, but I don't want it for $50. I don't know. I'm rambled long enough. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it too expensive? I think it's too expensive. If I had an opportunity to buy it, I might buy one and give it a try. And if I like the rest, then I'd buy the rest. If it was affordable. But I don't know. So many mixed feelings. Almost like how I always have mixed feelings with Sega. Very intriguing as a Sonic fan. But whatever. Let me tell you. Ask me. I can't English. English. Tell me what you guys think about your opinion on this thing in the description. It's always nice to see a little forum of people getting their opinions, because I don't go onto forums and stuff like that. Maybe I should. But let me know about your opinions. I'll do my best to maybe try and respond, because the YouTube app is actually being a little responsive with comments, and I do my best to at least read everybody's. So tell me what you think, and I will get ready for another video for the future. So Xyno is signing off. Okay, now load. Translate to English. I'm an English speaker, you son of a bitch. Okay.